Hello and welcome to Following On. I'm Jon Norman from talkSPORT and we're here at Lord's today for the Disability Day 2025.
It's come a long way, and it's such a remarkable achievement to get everyone to celebrate what's going to be a fantastic day.
It's a major step change in the platform that's being given to these disabled cricketers. These ambitions are being realised.
It's a huge step forward for disability cricket.
Chris, thanks for joining us here on talkSPORT. Hugely exciting summer for the disability team. There's a high-profile series against India, played at some pretty impressive grounds around the country. So give us your thoughts about that and where this team is at the moment.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity. It's the first ever international match for disability cricket here against India. It's a 3:30 start. It's going to be a fantastic occasion. I think when that first ball gets bowled, it's straight down to business.
Yeah, it's a massive something, like you say, the changes as well have sort of broadened that a little bit, because you're bringing three squads together into one. But like you say, it's really exciting to get disability cricket playing at some of the venues like here behind me at Lord's, the first ever international disability cricket game here. You know, it's going to be really exciting. We're going on to some lovely venues as well with Worcestershire and Bristol. We played at Taunton, so it's opportunities that we've been trying to break down for. But like you say, the disability game is growing, and that's the most exciting thing for it to see.
Yeah, so it's the first time we've gone to three impairment groups into one team. So led by Callum Flynn, who was the England PD captain. So with the three groups means you can have to have a minimum of three from each of the impairment groups in the side. Where the first 6 overs has to be bowled by at least 1 over from each impairment group, and the top 5 has to have also at least one player from each impairment group. It
brings the natural challenge of communication, because you've got the deaf lads who 2 of them are vocal communicators, but then 2 of them are full-on sign language, so you've got that natural barrier. But like you say, we're trying our best to sort of implement things, little sign language classes at training camps. But the beauty of it, cricket's kind of a self-talking game. You know, the sign language for cricket is pretty simple in the most respectful way possible. You know, the signs for cricket are, you know, everyone kind of gets them, stand on the boundary, you bowl the next, stuff like that. So that comes a little bit easier than off the field, but I think that's the key to why we're 2-0 up, because we've gelled together as one squad really well. We've been together for 5 or 6 months now, but it feels like we've been one squad for you know, as long as I can think of. The boys have really emerged off the field together. We've really gelled, but like you say, on the field we've been superb, and we've probably not quite been under the pump as much as we expected so far. That might happen today, so a few cracks might show, because it's not going to be perfect. You know, we're still 6 months into this trial, this adventure. So you know, we'll still find bumps along the way of little challenges of how we can become more inclusive together as a squad. But so far it's been pretty spot on.
And how long have you been part and parcel of the England setup?
17 years.
Well, it's quite a long time, isn't it? I read that and I thought, really? That's quite a career.
Yeah, so I was started at 16.
Wow.
When I first joined the England side, and then I was England LD captain from the age of 22.
And what changes have you seen in the time that you've been in and around the side?
Just much more support from the backroom team, England Wales Cricket Board, the support that on offer and what gets given to us now as players, from having a small coaching team when I first started to now having nearly the same amount in a squad is
Wow.
Such a huge progress.
Yeah, there's only so much us as cricketers can do, and that's just by keep doing our skills and what we're doing. And you know, we've got a good skill set. We've got a great standard of disability cricket. It just needs more occasions like this to keep showing that. And the ECB have been at the forefront of disability cricket since I've been involved 15 years ago. They've been so supportive of it all, the opportunities we get. But like you say, it's more of a wider perspective in terms of the ICC. You know, can we try and get the ICC involved? Can we try and get them to create some kind of, you know, tick box that each country has to provide some kind of disability cricket squad? Because, you know, it's very limited at the minute in terms of ourselves and India. India are massive in disability cricket. They're also pushing it, you know, similar levels to the ECB. And then You have Australia and South Africa who play LD and deaf cricket, I think, but they don't have any PD cricket. And you have a lot of the Asian countries play PD and deaf, but no LD. So it's a push more on them countries just to try and sort of tick all disability impairments, and then we can get more occasions like this. How good would it be to have a World Cup with 6 to 10 teams playing at Lords and across the UK? It would be absolutely brilliant, and that's what us as disability cricketers want, But like you say, there's only so much that we can do as cricketers ourselves, and we really are pushing the barriers for that. It's just more a case of, people in higher paid positions, maybe just to keep pushing them buttons and keep pushing for that.
Well, you're in the right place for people in the higher paid positions, aren't you?
Yeah. Like you say, at Lords, it's, to have the first ever disability cricketer international game, it's such an exciting opportunity. There's going to be quite a few people being on the stream as well. Hopefully people can see it, and then, like you say, if 200 people see it today, they might go and tell an extra 200 people. So there's 400 people more aware of disability cricket, and that's what we want.
And what is it like feeling as though you're alongside the men and the women's international teams? It really feels like the ECB are pushing a kind of three-pronged attack this year.
It's a huge step forward for disability cricket to be included with the men's and the women's series alongside it is a massive step forward for disability cricket as a whole.
It's quite a day here at Lords, isn't it? It's not just about professional cricket days. It's also about opening up these famous old gates just to get people into the ground who maybe haven't been introduced to cricket in the way.
No, absolutely. It's got that sort of festival feel to it. I suppose it's a day where some people's dreams are going to come true, and I suppose that there shouldn't be any barriers to anyone achieving that dream here of playing for Lords, whether it's the England game later or if it's the social MCC side of the game, which is going on behind me now.
Yeah, it's quite incredible, really. I took a trip around the ground. There's so many events going on the nursery ground and the indoor school, and the steps and the seats looking over the ground filled with younger people, young adults, all just enjoying playing cricket. And I suppose that's what today is about, really, isn't it? It doesn't matter your background or your abilities or what you're about. It's about getting out there and just playing the game that we all love.
No, absolutely. I suppose Lords has that sort of connotation similar to Wimbledon or Wembley, and I suppose that puts it right up there, so everyone's bucket list to get out on the hallowed turf. So yeah, I suppose today it's a lot about making those dreams a reality. There's I think 2 games on the main field today, which is going to be incredible. Obviously the national team getting to play, pull on an England jersey on the Lord's turf is a highlight for anyone's career. But then even on the nursery ground, there's a lot going on out the back there. So like I said, it's got that real festival feel, and it's a great vibe.
It's been a really impressive afternoon, and what really has taken my attention and impressed was the breadth of the opportunities that have been put on show here today at Lords.
Okay, so Disability Day here at Lords is a partnership between the MCC, ECB and the Lords Taverners. So the Taverners have their table cricket finals day each year in the nursery pavilion. So we've incorporated that into Disability Day this year. You've also seen a blind cricket demonstration on the nursery ground. There's been Super Ones, which is a Lords Taverners introductory level disability cricket programme. There's been a Super Ones tournament taking place in the indoor school. We've had the Middlesex disability team playing on the outfield on the main ground against the MCC. And then this afternoon we've got England against India in a mixed disability international fixture. So an awful lot going on. In addition to that, we've also had a disability cricket conference that's taken place up in one of the restaurants, and we've had representatives from different cricket boards around the world come and listen to ECB, our principal partners Toyota, talking about why we're involved in disability cricket and why it's important.
And why is it important? Because it might seem like an obvious question, but you, of course, know it from a very personal perspective, and looking around this ground today and all the different ventures that are taking place, you know, what sport affords us is the ability just to be in the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why this is important to ECB is that we've got an ambition to be the most inclusive team sport in the country. And that's been stated since the ICEC report came out a couple of years ago. Disability cricket has been around a lot longer than that, but the reason this is important is that everybody deserves the opportunity to pick up a bat and ball and enjoy the game the same way that anybody else does. So what we're looking to do is create opportunities that work for people with a whole range of disabilities, to give them the opportunity to come and play this great sport.
How has things changed in your time at the ECB in this regard?
Wow, massively. So I started 18 years ago. We had 3 disability teams then. We had a blind team, a learning disability team, and a deaf team. So we added a physical disability team in 2012. The Lord's Taverners have helped us with participation. So they've now got a development officer in every county across the country. So there's disability cricket activity happening across the 39 county cricket boards. And that was a dream, to be honest, 18 years ago, but we've achieved it. Here we are playing at Lord's, you know, and even 5 years ago, I don't know if any of us thought that would be happening. But again, thanks to the MCC, these ambitions are being realised, you know, and it's a major step change in the platform that's being given to these disabled cricketers.
You have clearly had a vision. Can I ask you what it could look like in 18 years' time from today, when you consider how much has changed in the last 18 years?
I think my vision for it at the moment is that with the onset now of this mixed disability format, what I hope to see is that other countries' boards buy into that format as well. It gets supported by ICC, and we have a disability cricket product that is high quality cricket, that is marketable, it's commercially viable, it's scalable, and we have a fully paid for World Cup for these cricketers, because their ability deserves that, and they deserve the platform that we're trying to give them today.